In this exercise, we will employ AutoCAD's Insert command to add door symbol blocks to the bungalow base plan provided. In this assignment, we will be working with right blocks or WBlocks of door symbols from archblocks.com. Let's get started in the bungalow base plan, alternating demonstrations in Mac and PC versions of AutoCAD. As soon as you open the bungalow file, check the OSNAP settings by typing at the command line. OSNAP, enter return key. You should have the following settings: endpoint, midpoint, intersection, and perpendicular. Pick OK. Begin by measuring the opening for the front door entryway using the distance command. To do this, at the command line, type DI, enter return key. Pick on the endpoint of each wall opening as seen by the blue lines. The white lines represent the header above the door opening. The width measures 36 inches wide. Using the Insert command, open the Blocks Library panel. Let's compare the Blocks Library panels in Mac and PC AutoCAD. On a Mac, you will see 3 different icons at the top of the Blocks panel. Hover over each of these icons. The left icon shows you the blocks embedded in this file. The center one, that looks like a clock, will list all of the recent blocks you've used, and the right icon, the one that looks like 3 books, represents the block library. This is where you link the WBlock library folder we created at the beginning of the course. Navigate to find the doors.dwg file we use in this lesson. Pick on the doors file, and you will see many different door sizes and types for plan view and elevation drawings. We are only interested in the plan view door symbols for this lesson. Let's look at the same content in the AutoCAD PC graphic interface. In AutoCAD PC, you will see the same options, but accessed by the tabs on the side of the Blocks Library panel. Current blocks in this file, recent blocks, favorite blocks, and the link to the WBlock library folder. Through the Blocks panel, open the door blocks provided. Navigate to the recommended WBlocks folder organization. Pick on the doors.dwg file to upload the blocks library. Let's look at loading the blocks library again from the Mac perspective. Once the door blocks file has been loaded, hover your mouse over each plan view door symbol of a single hinge door. Pick on the 36-inch wide door symbol shown with the 90-degree door hinge and arc swing. Keeping in mind that residential doors swing interior to the space, consider the insertion settings of the door symbol. Assume that the doors are shown at relative angles, not absolute angles. This means we can assume that the way the door is shown is set to 0 degrees. In order for the door to swing interior to the space, we need to rotate the door. The critical thinking exercise is to determine the rotation angle. There are 2 ways to insert the door at the correct rotation. You can see if I double-click on the door symbol, this is the orientation it will automatically come into the drawing at. Let's undo the incorrect door placement angle. Trying again, I will check the rotation angle box under Insertion Options on the Blocks panel. This will allow me the ability to rotate the door symbol on the fly. I can choose the desired rotation angle in this instance by moving the mouse to the left. Here it is a good idea to point out that the ortho function should be toggled on. Ortho is also controlled by the function 8 key. Let's look at a second method of inserting the door into a drawing. Again, on the Blocks panel, under the Insertion Options, instead of checking the rotation box, I will input an angle value. This door symbol would need to be rotated 90 degrees in order to swing interior to the space. By inputting a specific rotation angle here, every W block I insert while this is checked will be rotated 90 degrees. This method works well when you are inserting many doors at the same rotation angle, like in a commercial building. Let's continue the demonstration of inserting door symbols from the Blocks Library panel. Remember to start by using the distance command to measure the door opening. This will tell you which door symbol to select from the Blocks library. To recap the order of operation, double-click on the block symbol. Pick on the endpoint of the wall line. If using the on-the-fly rotation method, you will have to pick a second point on the screen. You will find the second point by moving your mouse to rotate the block. When you see the correct rotation, pick a second time to end the rotation and place the block. You can choose whether the closet door should open to the interior of the closet space or swing out into the hallway. Moving on to the next door, another exterior door, I will use the distance command to discover the door opening size. Consider which insertion angle is required and which method of matching the angle you prefer. If the door swings interior to the space, the rotation angle will need to be set to 270 degrees. The door is shown at the correct angle, swinging interior to the space, but the hinge side of the door is not correct. The door hinge is typically located on the same side as the wall. Therefore, this door placement will require an additional command, the mirror command, in order for the hinge side of the door to be placed correctly. To do this, and with the door already selected, at the command line type mirror, return Enter key. Pick the midpoint of one of the header lines to serve as the axis to mirror the door. With the ortho F8 function key toggled on, move the mouse to the right, which will mirror the door hinge to the wall side. When prompted whether the original door should be erased, choose Yes in this instance. Now the door will open against the wall instead of blocking the interior space with the door swing, which is represented by the arc symbol attached to the door. If you're lucky to be working with the WBlocks door symbols, as I am here, then you will notice that the symbols are defined as L or R. The L indicates a left insertion point and the R indicates a right. For small openings such as the walk-in closets, I prefer to use the door symbols that are shown at a 45-degree opening. The two main bedrooms have a door opening of 32 inches wide, but let's say for some reason that a 30-inch door has been specified for the project. In this case, I will have to reduce the door opening by using the stretch command to match the door. We will see this issue again when trying to fit a bifold set of doors at the closet of the guest bedroom. The door opening is not a standard size. Find the center of where the door opening should be by drafting a line to use as a marker. Offset this line 18 inches on either side. The two offset lines represent an overall 36-inch opening that is now centered on the back wall of the closet. Stretch the walls to meet the construction lines, and then add the bifold door symbol and erase the construction lines. We will repeat the process for adding double exterior doors in the kitchen area. The opening of the double doors is between two standard sizes. Try adding the 5-foot wide double door configuration first. Erase or undo that option, and let's compare it to the 6-foot wide doors. Keeping the 6 feet wide door assembly will require that I stretch the wall lines to fit the door opening. Now I will stretch the doors and the walls together to adjust the opening a bit more. This ends the tutorial of inserting doors into the plan view of a bungalow using the WBlocks from archblocks.com. My videos are not sponsored by WBlocks, but I've used them for years, and I'm simply sharing the resource. In the next video, we will annotate the door and windows using the dynamic block symbols.